Okay, we have lots of people at different stages of this project, so I'm pretty much going to start back over from the beginning. If you don't need to watch this section, then please move on to the next section. So for this one, I'm going to be showing you how we are going to use a running stitch to attach the shell to the back of your turtle. So we have one part of our turtle that has no marker on it, one part that has marker on it. We're going to take the blank one and put that back in your bag for now. The one that has marker on it, we are going to flip it over so that we can't see the marker. We're going to take our shell, place it on the back. Take your 2 pins, let me go ahead and get some, and we're going to carefully stab all the way through to the back and then bring it back to the front, which is essentially keeping all of these pieces together so that it is not wiggling around on you. We're going to do the same thing near the bottom, so it should be nice and stable now. I'm going to be using a much larger string than what you are using, just so it's easier to see what I'm doing. And I picked a really bright color, so hopefully there's no problem seeing what's going on. So we have about an arm's length of string, and we have our needle. If you're having a hard time getting the end, maybe it's frayed, like if you can't get it through the eye of the needle, something that helps me a lot is I just fold it over on itself and then take that and try to stick that through. And this still might be difficult because I have such a large string. So give me just a second. There we go, I got it. All right, once we have that, we're gonna go ahead and double knot that onto here so that it's not coming off. So we're gonna make a loop. Let me get in the camera shot. There we go. So my needle's here. I'm making a loop so that this needle is inside of the loop. If I make the loop and there's no needle in it, that's not really going to help me. Okay, so make a loop here and then tuck this. Since it's going over the top, I'm going to go through the loop and pull. Okay, and we're doing this near the end so that we have the whole arm's length to work with. And we're going to do it one more time. Make a loop, tuck the little tail through the loop, pull both sides. That's secure. Now we're going to do the same thing all the way down on the other end of our string, but this time there's no needle to worry about, so we're just going to make a loop, pull it through. Now since you have such a tiny little thread to work with, you need to make about 4 knots here. Oops, see how mine didn't quite land in the same spot? Do you see that? There's a knot there and a knot there. I need to try again. So we're going to pull it through, keep that knot right in the middle of your loop, and oh, there we go. So now I have a triple and one more quadruple knot. Boom, it should be a big knot. And hopefully that will not go all the way through your felt and it'll get stuck. So we're gonna start underneath the turtle because this is what we're gonna be looking at when we're looking at the final project, and we don't wanna see that big ugly knot. So we're gonna hide it up underneath. So we're gonna take our needle pointing up. Anywhere along the edge of the shell is fine, and we're just gonna pop up through here, watching that we're not stabbing our thumb, and just pull it tight until it gets to that knot, okay? Once you're here, we're gonna be doing a down, up motion. So since my string, my big long string, is coming out of the top, I now need to take this and go down. So I'm going from the top down. So I pick a spot close to it, going along the edge of the shell, and I go down, and I just pull that all the way until it stops. Now, if you see a mess here, that is because this little tail that I had left over from my knot is getting in the way. So I'm actually, if I don't already have scissors at my table, go grab some scissors and trim that off. Excuse me. Okay, so now coming back here, I don't want to come from the top again because see, there's no long string here at the top. So now I'm going from the bottom up. So this thread was about that long, like that little stitch. So I want to come and try to get right there, but from the bottom. So I can't really see that. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Yeah, about right there. And I come up, pull it till it stops, check it on the back. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going down. So you just have to make sure that you're not getting distracted by your friends and stuff, and that you're going up, down, up, down. It's just, I mean, that's literally all there is to it. We go up, we go down, pull. If it gets wrapped around the head or wrapped around the flipper, just fix it. It's not that difficult. So we go up, down, up, down. The worst thing that could usually happen while you're working on this, whoops, see, it gets wrapped around, you just fix it, pull it till it's tight, is that you get stuck, like you forget whether you were up or down. So let's say that I did that. I wasn't paying attention, and then I just went like this, which I just did. Now I'm going to have this string that's wrapping around the side here. It's actually fairly easy to fix if you have this. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to aim right where we were and go right back through to the other side. Hopefully you can get it in the same hole. Here we go. And we're going to hope, oops, wrapped all around my turtle. If we can pull it back out, there we go, then we can fix it. So I shouldn't be going from the top down, my string's down here at the bottom, I need to go back up to the top. So there we go, that's the correct way to do it. And we just do that all the way around. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this until the end, and I will show you how to end it. Okay, once we have reached the end, it should be going all the way around back to where we started. If you're not already, make sure that you go at least one more tiny time so that your string is coming out of the bottom of your felt, okay? We're gonna flip around back here, and we wanna be working on the bottom so that nobody sees what we're doing over here. So we're going to take our needle and we're gonna tuck up under the nearest stitch that you can find. So in my case, it's the very first one that I made. I'm gonna just slide right underneath it and pull my needle until my thread has a little loop. See that? Now I'm gonna take my needle and I'm gonna slide up under that loop and pull it tight. And I'm gonna do this about 3 times just to be safe. So I'm gonna go back up under that first stitch, loop, and through the loop, pull. One more under the stitch, pull until I have a little loop, go through the loop, pull it tight. Then we can go ahead and take our scissors, chop that off, and there you go. You can pull your little pins out, and that should be securely in place. This little string that's left over, we don't need this, so you can go ahead and just chop that off of your needle, and we will rethread with a fresh arm's length of thread, okay? So don't lose that, please.